Cyberpunk 2077 is hands down one of the biggest comeback story of the gaming industry. The game generated an insane amount of hype after its announcement, but also experienced the most disastrous launch ever. Everyone except CD Projekt Red lost hope with the game, but after 3 years, has made a comeback with Phantom Liberty and is stronger than ever. Let us revisit its ascent, its subsequent downfall, and its redemption. Here's the complete history of CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077. The hype and ascent of Cyberpunk 2077 began with CD Projekt Red's announcement in 2012, followed by a tantalizing teaser in the subsequent year, which ignited excitement among fans. Afterward, there was a noticeable lull in information until a second trailer emerged, accompanied by a pre-alpha gameplay reveal at the 2018 Gamescom event. The excitement further intensified with behind-the-scenes footage, and attendees at E3 were treated to an extensive 15-minute gameplay demonstration, which was later shared with the public in August. After that exciting 15-minute gameplay showcase, we were all eagerly awaiting more details, especially the release date, which was April 18th, 2020. However, here comes the twist. Unexpected delays. The release got pushed back not once, but twice. First to September 17th, then to November 19th. Yet, amidst the delays, the internet was buzzing with trailers, leaked footage, and gameplay snippets. We even got glimpses of the game world's map, along with plenty of promotional content. But wait, there's more. Remember that infamous yellow textbook? It became a bearer of bad news, announcing yet another delay, this time until December 10th. And just when we thought it couldn't get any wilder, Keanu Reeves delivered his iconic "You're breathtaking" moment, sending the hype for Cyberpunk 2077 to an all-time high. Now, let's take a trip down memory lane together. As fans, we witnessed something truly extraordinary when a beloved game developer made promises like never before. Think about the lore and narrative that enchanted us in The Witcher 3. Can you recall that feeling of excitement and anticipation when they announced their next venture, Cyberpunk 2077? It was like a dream come true, right? The expertise of CD Projekt Red has never been in doubt, and now they were venturing into the realm of Cyberpunk 2077. Picture this. The stage was set, the curtains were drawn. And what happened to the sales figures? Well, they went off the charts. Now, think back to the media and those gaming journalists. Can you remember the praises they showered on the game? Some even claimed that Cyberpunk 2077 not only deserved the hype, but actually lived up to it. Can you believe that? And there were those who said the game had completely blown them away. So, with all this in mind, we all thought Cyberpunk 2077 was destined to be the biggest hit of 2020, period. Now, let's take a peek behind the scenes at CD Projekt Red, where a contrasting narrative unfolds. It's quite a different tale from what we've seen so far. Imagine this. The developers, the ones crafting the game, were growing increasingly uneasy about the bold claims being made by the management during their promotional marketing tour. Can you imagine the pressure they must have felt? As the game's development continued, former employees began to share their experiences, revealing that the highly customizable and boundlessly explorable world that was being promised to players was still a long way from becoming a reality. To shed more light on this, interestingly, there's more to this story. Some current and former CD Projekt Red employees took to Glassdoor, a platform where people can rate their previous employers. Their accounts painted a picture of chaos behind the scenes. Meanwhile, the release date was fast approaching, and players were eagerly anticipating the game, all while being assured that there would be no more delays. Gaming journalists like Yongea and SkillUp were seemingly really impressed with the early previews of the game. All were based on the game's PC build, while questions about the console versions remain mysteriously unanswered. Now, let's delve into what happened upon the game's release. And trust me, it was anything but smooth sailing. Cyberpunk 2077's launch turned into a full-blown disaster. It was plagued by technical issues and, disappointingly, lacked major promised features. Those brave souls who attempted to play it on last-gen consoles were greeted with an almost unplayable experience. They encountered a slew of problems, from bugs and visual hiccups to glaring AI deficiencies and game-breaking crashes. In fact, things got so dire that Sony decided to remove the last-gen version of Cyberpunk 2077 from their digital store. A decade of anticipation culminated in a turbulent release filled with glitches, an enraged fanbase, potential refunds from millions of players, and the looming threat of a class action lawsuit. Situation was so bad that the co-founder of CD Projekt Red had to publicly apologize and take responsibility for all the mistakes. But the story doesn't end there. It never does. Since its December 10 release, countless gamers have taken to the internet with viral videos showcasing a myriad of glitches and bugs. Some are quite comical, like the weird T-poses, tanks falling from the sky, cars mysteriously disappearing, arms falling off characters exiting from closets, and the list is endless. These videos paint a picture of a game that's practically unplayable, plagued by errors and inhabited by characters with barely functioning artificial intelligence. It's a dark reminder of the challenges faced by gaming studios when creating so-called AAA games. Projects backed by years of development and hundreds of millions of dollars. And what about the promise of different life paths, leading to diverse choices, branching storylines and new avenues to explore? Well, this never really happened. So, did Cyberpunk 2077 fail completely? Was it a scam? Was it a total lie? There's an advantage of a game over traditional entertainment like movies or TV shows. Even after the release of a product, it can be fixed if the developer is willing to put the efforts. And the developers of the game just never gave up. They knew they needed time. Since its release, CD Projekt Red has released a variety of patches designed not just to improve those versions of the game, but to fundamentally fix them. From fixing issues where save files become large and eventually corrupted, to police behavior, fixing NPC behavior, improved car controls, and I can go on and on. But you get the point. Then came the Cyberpunk Edgerunners, an anime on Netflix, which became a huge hit and gave the game a new lease of life. Not only did the anime spark renewed interest in the game, but it was also aligned with the new Edgerunners update. This update, apart from addressing several gameplay issues and enhancing the overall experience, sprinkled in a delightful array of Easter eggs and nods to the anime. The update also introduced an arcade game, a game called Roach Game. It featured the loyal horse Roach from the Witcher universe. And the Cyberpunk 2077 players on Steam reached an all-time high, with more than 43,700 players playing it in September last year, which even crossed 52,000 players in October 2022. And along came Patch 2.0, which completely overhauled everything we hated about Cyberpunk 2077. And my god, it's enormous. Sizing up to 33GB for the PC, 38GB for the PS5, and wait for it, a massive 52GB for the Xbox Series X. And what do we get here? We get an entire new location, a venture deep into the heart of Night City's lawless Dogtown. This area falls outside NCPD jurisdiction, making it one of the most dangerous places around, populated by criminals, gang members, and smugglers. And if you ever thought CDPR has finally proved a point, well, an exclamation point slapped onto our palms by the release of the expansion Phantom Liberty, and the enhancements here literally felt like the night and day equivalent of a comparison between the initial release and the final product. All the core main systems of the game have been redone and updated. The NPCs react and respond better to sound, sight, and environmental cues, making their movements and reactions feel organic and authentic. Enhancements to the police AI are immense. We can engage in vehicular combat. The entire perk system has been reimagined, and I can go on, but this would become a review video. But above all, there are true multiple endings that branch off from divergent storylines that unfold based on your decisions, and even unlock a brand new sixth ending for the main Cyberpunk 2077 game. Phantom Liberty represents a commitment to redemption and excellence. CD Projekt Red has not only listened to its community, but delivered on its promises. It's not just an expansion, it's a statement. A statement that says they're back, stronger than ever. This expansion is more than an update. It's a complete reinvention, tearing the drawing board apart and reconstructing the game from the ground up. Best part though? It's as good on PC as on consoles, because today's state of PC gaming is a question mark. We have talked about it in a video appearing on the screen. Like and sub would be appreciated. And meet you next time. Till then, adios.